What's a piece of life advice that's extremely terrible? Ignore the bullying, and it will go away. Like, what is that logic? If you are actively letting bullying happen to you, it will only get worse, in my experience. This is why I teach my kids to be nice, until it's time not to be nice. Everyone should know how to stand up for themselves to some extent. Money doesn't bring happiness, maybe not, but with it, I can pursue the things that make me happy. Not having to worry about paying bills, fixing your car, etc. brings a whole lot of contentment. It's like anything else in life, in that blindly pursuing any external source of contentment or validation will leave one disappointed and empty. Same for relationships, fame, professional advancement, etc. Money affects us all, so it's slightly different in that respect. But if you have enough money to pay your bills and be comfortable, that's one less source of concern. I also have faith and an awesome family, and that's the true source of my happiness. Having enough money allows me to focus more on those things and less on the distractions. Love your family, no matter what. Now mate, some people have families that are just cancer. Okay, cool, I did not think this would blow up with such an overwhelming level of positive reinforcement. Thank you all for the comments and the awards. My first goal to follow your dreams and you'll never work a day in your life. My version is capitalizing on dreams can be the fastest method of turning them into nightmares. Just get over it. Most people would, if they could. Kill them with kindness, hell no. Sometimes a person needs to be told what's up. I live in a condo complex, and one of my neighbors is really annoying. She's bullied more than one person into selling their unit and moving to get away from her. She tried bullying me at one point a few years ago and found out it wasn't possible. I'm not scared of her, and I'm not one of those people who needs to be liked or who always tries to be kind. I've told her off in front of others a couple times. For example, I'll be out with my dogs and she'll walk by with a couple of the women who she has turned into her little toadies, and I will call out, "Good morning, Linda. Have a great day," and because others are present she feels compelled to respond politely. She hates it, and it makes my day. Don't be depressed. There are other people doing worse than you, thanks. I know that, and try to help them sometimes, but that won't help my depression leave, just because I compare myself to other people having a worse life than me. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Nope, not true. Some things leave you permanently changed, and not always for the better. Yes, it is possible, and oftentimes a good thing, to try and find silver linings regarding crummy situations, but to completely ignore how something may hurt someone is absolutely foolish. What doesn't kill you makes you wish it had. But a smoking wreck. I feel so much stronger now. If only I'd had some of that strength before the catastrophe, maybe it wouldn't have been so effing catastrophic. Pretty much anything about what age you have to be to like buy a house, have kids, get married, have a career or anything like that. Seriously, every person lives a different life than everyone else. Live your life the way that makes you happy. If you want, up to you. My auntie didn't know what she wanted to do, so she learned a trade, got a job that's nothing to do with that trade, left to join the army, left the army to go back to work, saved up enough to buy the company, and does what she learned for a trade on the side as a hobby. She still doesn't know what she wants to do with her life. She's 79. That going to college will guarantee you a high-paying job. I heard that stuff all my childhood and it just absolutely is not always true. Trade school degrees that are way cheaper can pay more and give you a better chance at a job. Wish someone would have told me this 15 years ago. I came here for this. I have 4 kids, all do well. 2 went to trade school or community college. The other 2 did not. The ones that didn't, one is a bartender and makes $1,000 a week working 3 days. The other is a 40-year-old nanny. She is excellent and sought after, and she runs an advocacy group that she started on the side. Go to college if that is what you want, but don't do it because you think that is the only way to succeed. Do what you love, and it's close cousin. Follow your dreams. The best counter advice or aphorism I ever got was from a former boss. Work is work. If it were fun, they'd call it something else. You're not married because you're too picky. so I'm supposed to settle just so I can be married. You better believe I'm going to be picky when it comes to the person I'm going to interconnect everything with for the rest of my life. In fact, I know more married people that are in unhappy marriages because they weren't picky enough. Better to be single than with the wrong person. The customer is always right. I don't work retail or anything, but whenever I go shopping, I see a lot of customers verbally abusing store associates. It's terrible. I used to work in customer service, and I was specifically told during my training the customer is never right. You are right. You know the law and the company policy. The customer knows neither of those things, no matter what they say. Always forgive. Some acts are unforgivable. Should you work through the horrible things that were done to you so that you can heal and aren't impacted negatively on a daily basis? Yes. Does that require forgiveness? No. Turn the other cheek and be the bigger person are also tidbits of life advice that tend to work out mostly in the favor of the people who always take the low road. Stand up for yourself. Fake it till you make it. I faked it for 15 years and I never made it. When does faking it pay off? Speech is silver. Silence is golden. I don't think so. Learn to speak, or you will always be listening to someone else. It gets easier with age. 61 years old here. Depends entirely on what it is. Interacting with people instead of being paralyzed with embarrassment/anxiety/self-consciousness. Yes. Having your heart broken. No. Juggling the demands of your life. A point at best. I'd say one gets used to it. And damn. Take care of your body. When you're younger, the knees and liver are only so forgiving. When you've just had a baby. Sleep when the baby sleeps. When am I gonna shower, cook, clean, pump milk, take care of my other kids, do laundry, etc. It's not that easy, and for people to just throw it out there shows how out of touch they are. Most people don't have housekeepers and whatnot. Even their partner who hopefully can help out can't do it all. It's just infuriating. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Really important fact to remember when people say this bullish phrase to you. Originally, this was used sarcastically. It was used to reference an impossible task that would demand hard work with no gain, because it is physically impossible to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Its meaning evolved to the complete opposite of the original to imply that some task or action can be achieved by anyone with a little hard work. But yeah, it's really meant to be used sarcastically. If you work hard and never give up, you'll be successful. Sure, tell that to that brain damaged guy that picks garbage up off the street, because that's all his brain can do for a living. He works just as hard as the CEO, but he will never have what the CEOs have, will he? And all through no fault of his own. If hard work actually made people wealthy, single parents would be the richest people on the planet. Love should be unconditional. For parents to small adults, maybe yes, to an extent, but adult to adult, what am I? A punching bag? This stuff is conditional, and it's conditional on reciprocated acts on the love language scale that makes the most sense for the other person. Can't pour into your cup indefinitely if I don't see you pouring into mine. You can be anything you want in life. No, you can't. Stop telling kids that. It makes them feel an unreasonable amount of pressure to achieve exceptional things, which by definition, 99% of people cannot achieve. Do what you live, and you'll never work a day in your life. Most people don't have passions. They have jobs, so that they can eat. Even people with passions discover that working kind of sucks. Even when you enjoy your work, the fact that you must do it 40 hours/week will make it feel like work. This advice gives 99% of the people who listen to it completely unreasonable expectation about what work should be like. The fact that they have to pay people to do this stuff should be an indicator that nobody really wants to do it. If it was fun, you'd pay them.